Your brain is on low battery, but you still have to show up, smile, and do your life. I know that place. I've lived in that place. And here's the truth. You don't need to feel on fire all the time so you can follow your dreams. Today, you're just tired, maybe unmotivated. You feel like you've hit the wall. Maybe you're not even sure why you started in the first place, and even wondering if it's all worth it anymore. So how do you keep moving forward when all you want to do is crawl under a blanket and disappear? Let's see what to do when you're tired, burnt out, or just done. And let's do it the only way I know how, with heart and a little bit of geekiness. And let's look at some beautifully messy fictional dreamers who've been there too. If you're doing everything right now and still feel exhausted emotionally, physically, creatively, this video is for you. This isn't a hustle video. It's a gentle reminder you're still allowed to dream even when you're tired and even when your cat keeps screaming at you. Yes, my love, you. Good morning, lovely dreamers, and welcome to another video. Today, I want to talk to you about those days, the heavy ones, the I can't do this anymore days, the maybe I'm not meant for this days. And I want to remind you, even dreamers get tired, but being tired doesn't mean you stop. It means you rest, recalibrate, remember why you started. This is not a wake up at 5 a.m. and hustle harder kind of video, because if you're anything like me, you're already hustling. You're showing up in quiet ways, working, caring, creating, surviving, holding everything together with duct tape, love, and hope. And maybe no one sees it, but I do. So today, I want to talk to you about how to stay motivated when the fire's gone out, but the dream still whispers. Because that whisper, that matters. And we're starting with when the dream journey is not how you imagined it. This is the hard middle, the part that doesn't feel magical, just heavy, just like Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother.
Hi, have you met Ted?
Ted planned it all. The wife, the house, the 2 kids, the happily ever after. Always believing love and purpose were out there, even when it didn't look the way he hoped. And then life laughed, delayed, rewrote the story over and over again. He didn't get it all right, but he never gave up believing in love, in meaning, in more. And maybe your dream hasn't arrived on time. Maybe it looks different now, messier, slower, quieter, but it doesn't mean it's not still coming. The lesson here is dreams take time. So instead, try this. Instead of asking, why isn't it happening yet? Ask, who am I becoming while I wait? Speaking of becoming, let's take Caroline Channing from Two Broke Girls. Another one of my favorites, by the way.
Hi Max, this is Caroline.
Once a billionaire's daughter, the next day, broke, homeless, friendless, working in a diner. She lost everything, but she never lost her belief that she could rebuild. She didn't pity herself. She got scrappy. She helped Max make and sell cupcakes. She wore her lucky pearls. She dreamed again, from the bottom, and she became the best version of herself in the end. And maybe that's you right now. The lesson here, starting over, isn't failure. It's the beginning of the comeback. So try this. Write a reintroduction letter to yourself. Who are you right now? Not the version that fell apart, but the one that's quietly rebuilding. And speaking of rebuilding, the dwarves from The Hobbit.
Dwarves.
Yes, we're going back to The Hobbit for the 1000th time. They walked miles with blistered feet and broken hopes. Not for gold, but for home, for purpose, for something lost and worth reclaiming, rebuilding. The journey nearly killed them, but they never stopped singing, fighting, and climbing. They fought dragons, but first they crossed forests, mountains, day after grinding day. And that's the part we skip in stories, right? The long walk. The part where motivation isn't fireworks, it's putting one foot in front of the other when nothing around you changes. The lesson, you don't need to be inspired, you just need to keep walking. So try this. Build your bare minimum magic. What's that one thing you can do on a no motivation day that still moves the dream forward? It could be one paragraph, one ChatGPT prompt, one walk. These characters didn't just power through. They paused, they pivoted, they let things suck for a bit. Sometimes we don't get derailed because we did something wrong. We get derailed because life happens and it knocks the wind out of us. Maybe you lost your momentum after a rough patch, a breakup, burnout, bad luck, or just plain exhaustion. So if that's you right now, let me say it clearly. You're allowed to rest. You don't have to push through all the time. You're not a machine. You're a dreamer, a human, and humans also need care, not just quests to finish. You're not lazy. You're just out of breath for a second. So, what to do when you're done? So what now? What do you do when you feel like quitting your dream, but also you know you can't? The solution? It's simple. It's remembering you're allowed to pause the climb. Here's what helps when your brain is foggy and your soul is tired. Number 1. Active rest. Not just do nothing. I mean intentional rest. Let your nervous system breathe. Rest is not quitting. Rest is strategy. So let yourself go on a walk without your phone. Cook something comforting. Put on a feel-good playlist and dance it off. Lie on the floor and just breathe. Take a nap without guilt. 2. Reflect. What are you avoiding right now because it feels too big? Write it down. Not to fix it, just to see it clearly. Like laying out puzzle pieces. Ask yourself, what's draining me? What part of this season is situational and what part is self-inflicted? What did I love about this dream when I started? 3. Seek outside perspective. You don't have to do this alone. Sometimes you need a friend to say, you're not failing. You're healing. Sometimes clarity comes from a friend who reminds you who you are deep down. Rewatching an old video of your own joy, a single therapy session. Or maybe it comes from watching a creator like this one who says, I see you and I get it. You don't need a plan all the time. Sometimes you just need a pause, and soon enough you'll see the spark, and something small brings you back to life. Here's the magic. You don't need a miracle. You need a moment. A spark. Like Dewey Finn in School of Rock. Rock bottom. Literally.
The School of Rock!
Fired, broke, sleeping on a friend's floor until he found the kids. Picked up the guitar again and remembered who he was. Or Steve Harrington in Stranger Things, who went from the popular jerk to the guy protecting kids with a spiked bat.
You're an idiot, Steve Harrington.
Or, as we like to call him, our favorite suburban mom. Why? Because one day he stopped being cool and started being kind. Maybe your moment is that comment that reminds you you're helping someone. That one sale, that one tiny win. That's what keeps you going. Not hype, not hustle. Hope. When you're ready to move again, it won't look like hustle. It will look like Neville Longbottom holding the sword of Gryffindor, quietly with trembling hands, but still choosing to fight for what he loves. It will look like the dwarves, wary but resolute, still climbing the mountains. It will look like Rory Gilmore, after failure, disappointment, heartbreak, still writing, still showing up to chase her dream, even when the plan fell apart. And real life, it looks like me, filming videos on my bed after a full day's work, lighting candles to make it cozy, even when it's so hot outside and inside and everywhere. I just can't with this heat. Talking to you, because even when I'm tired, this dream matters. You matter. And you don't have to leave. You just have to return when you're rested. Motivation isn't a lightning strike. It's a candle. You relight it every day, even in the dark. Some days it flickers. Some days it's barely there. But if you shield it with systems, softness, and stubborn hope, it keeps burning. You keep burning. And if you're still here, still dreaming, even on the hard days, then you are already doing something extraordinary, my friend. Here's my reminder to you. If you're tired, rest, but don't give up. If you're doubting everything, pause, but don't throw it all away. You're not alone in this. And no, you're not behind. You're building something beautiful, even if it doesn't look like much just yet. Start small, start slow, just start again. So tell me, my lovely dreamers, what gets you through the no motivation days? And if you need proof that the tiniest things matter, watch this video next. It's all about the power of tiny wins and how they quietly change everything for us, the dreamers. And always remember to dream, follow, do.